everybody, welcome back to the stream. Apologies for any sound problems, I think it's been fixed now. If it hasn't, someone can please let me know in the chat if you are watching. But hello everybody, it is I, Mr. Stephen Hesse. This has been my Geek Apocalypse Old School Monday with Dungeon Keeper, which I'm having an awesome time doing. But I wanted to tell a quick story. A really funny story that I'll be telling my old mates later, which I thought was hilarious, and it was to do with the radio show that I do on Fridays in Newcastle. We run a show called Mentally Sound, which you can find on Twitter for those that are interested. But there was a really funny story about one of the guests that happened, which I thought was really funny. So basically, just to give you the context, there was a guy who was meant to be a guest on our show in the first segment. So I do the scripts and I produce this show. So I dedicated some time to say, right, okay, we'll do 10-15 minutes where my co-host will interview this guy. I think was coming from Durham or something like that. So a little bit, quite far away from Newcastle, but doable. So our show was starting at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So it gets to like 1:45 to 10 to 2, and he's not there, and I'm a little bit annoyed because I'm like, well, what do we do? It's a little obviously shit when a guest is supposed to turn up and then doesn't. So what we end up doing is luckily one of our guests who is due later in the show turns up on the time that the show starts. So we bump him up to be the first guest. So if the guest decides if he does turn up late, or we can figure out what we're going to do with the segment that the second guest was supposed to be in, because now he's been bumped to replace the guy that should have turned up at the beginning. So we'll deal with it later. So we do the show, and it's going really well. And it's a 2-hour show, and it gets to about 10 to 3, and the guy who's supposed to be the guest, who was friends with our co-host, runs into the radio station and goes, "Oh, there you are! Thank God! I'm so sorry! I'm so sorry! I'm late! I'm all this kind of stuff." And we're like, okay, and we're like, this is a little bit ridiculously late, so what the hell happened? So I'm in the middle of obviously recording and broadcasting the show, so I wait until one of the breaks, and I'm like, so we're all like gathering around him going, what the hell happened? Where have you been? Thinking it'll be like, oh, it was traffic, or the train got cancelled, or delayed, or whatever it is. And he went, oh no, I've been in the building the whole entire time. We all looked at each other like kind of really puzzled, and like, you've been in the building the entire time, yet none of us have seen you. Where the hell have you been? And he went, well, I went up one step. I went up to floor 4. And we were like, well, this is floor 3. So why did you go to floor 4? And he went, well, I've never been to the radio station before. I thought that's where it was. I'm like, well, hang on a minute. If you went to floor 4 and saw it was not a radio station, and that you never saw any of us, why were you still at floor 4 all that time? And then he explained to us this story. What he ended up doing, right, and it sounds horrible, but it's also hilarious at the same time, is that what he ended up doing was he went up to the floor, and this was like a refurbishment room where you get food and drinks and stuff, and the radio station uses it, and you can hire it out. So he walked into this room, like knocked on the door, person answered and said, oh, you must be here for such and such. I don't know what they actually said to convince him that he was in the right place, but he just assumed it was the right place. And they went in, and what he didn't realise was he had joined a wake for this person who had died. And so he thought that the people at the wake, it like happened suddenly at the radio station, and we all were like saying goodbye to this person. So he thought we were all these guys were part of the radio station. So he's like, during the whole like 40 minutes he was there, he was just pretending he knew this guy. Like he was going, so like there was people coming up to him and going, so how long did you know the deceased? And he's like, yeah, a long time, yeah. It was, I was like, he was also like, sometimes he'd be like, I didn't know very well, but I just came up to show my respects and all that. And he didn't just have the courage to say like, but you kind of think, would you do that in that scenario? Would you kind of just go, actually, I'm really sorry, but I do not know this person at all, and I'm really sorry, but I went to the wrong place? But no, he did the whole, I'll go along with it because I thought these were the people I was meant to be seeing. And then he went along, he then went and came and saw us like 40 minutes later, so he just like had to pretend that he knew this guy, that he had no idea who it was, what his name was or anything, and these guys saying goodbye to this guy. We were just we were like we went for a drink afterwards, and we were crying just because it was so hilarious. He was so shocked and like relieved that he'd found the place. Like he thought like we'd. I wouldn't be surprised if we thought we'd like did a practical joke on him, that we'd all like sent him up there deliberately. But no, it was a complete accident. But I don't know. I just was like, what would you do in that scenario? I have no idea. Like, you know, just sort of. I imagine I probably would have just had the guts to say, I'm really sorry, but I'm in the wrong place. Like, you know, I don't know this person, and my condolences. But no, I don't think I would have went on a 40-minute pretend that I knew the person and just like show my respects. You know, I obviously would be upset if someone dying, because you always should be. But just this idea of bullshitting your way to going, yeah, oh yeah, really did know this person. Yeah, I know him really well. He actually was friends with my grandma. You know, actually, I don't know if you knew, but like they were quite an item at some point, and they were just like, you know, what could you could end up saying stuff that would be really detrimental, like, you know, yeah, oh yeah, I also remember that time that you know, he was a pimp for a while, and my grandma was like, that's when things went down. Yeah, and they'd be like, what? So it's just, you know, it's like Gareth, who was the produces the show, was like, I'm not too sure we should be laughing at that, and I'm like, I totally think you should. I think it's just obviously a terrible accident, but it was really funny, and you just should have. I wish you were there to have seen the guest's face. I'll not say his name for benefit of I'll do what Day 9 does, and we'll have a generic name for these people. So let's call him John, because that's, I know it's several, like loads of Johns. So yeah, let's call this guy John. But John was very, very flustered and very, very like, oh my god, what have I just done? So he was really relieved, and we managed to fit him in, so it all worked out. But yeah, it was just, that was super funny. So what I'm going to do now is I have to restart Dungeon Keeper, so bear with me a second, because it just was being a pain in the arse. But I thought I'd tell that story because I'll be telling my friends later, and I imagine we'll be laughing hysterically about that, because it was incredibly funny. But there you go. So anyway, back on to Dungeon Keeper. But yeah, that was so funny. I was crying with laughter when I heard about that. Hello, cool dude. I hope you're good. But yeah, so let's continue Dungeon Keeper. I'll be playing till 6 o'clock, but that was particularly funny, I thought. So let's continue. So, as you will see, we have took care of these bits and down here, and we're about to start across here. Bear with me. Oh, no, I don't want you to do that. Stupid game. Yeah, that's what I want. Thanks. Cool. No. Oh, this stupid computer! I want to see. There you go. Yes, welcome back, cool dude. Hope you're good. I just realised I put my thing too far away now. There you go. Comfortable city. Right, another keeper controls this underworld realm. His dungeon lies to the north. They're taking the hobbits to Isengard. Oops, sorry, wrong game. If you're interested in entice creatures to work for you instead of him, you will have to build a more efficient dungeon. Get on with it. Okay. It's almost like they knew. It's almost this game knew. Well, yeah, but other people hadn't heard it. It was a funny story. I was crying. No, how can I have told you that at Gamers? You weren't there. And this happened on Friday. I couldn't have told you that then. So, everyone, cool dude is a liar. I know. I mean, I don't know what I would do in that scenario. It just makes me think. Like, I don't know. Just realised that needs to be zoomed out. I don't know. I just don't think I would. I don't know. Maybe I would. Maybe it's. I don't know. I'd love to know. I would love to figure out what I should do. what I would do. I don't know what I would do. I don't think I would have went to the trouble of pretending. I would have just... And I don't think I would have thought it was the radio station. Like, why would you go into a sort of wake or that type of scenario, like a party thing, when you're supposed to be interviewed for a radio show? It doesn't make any sense. But it's very funny.
You need a bigger treasure.
I just loved how I couldn't tell you how funny it was when he just literally ran into the radio station. Luckily we were in a break. And he's like, I'm here, and he's like, he looked like, I mean, he looked so flustered, and it was just hilarious that God, that he was just I was at a wake for 45 minutes pretending I knew someone. Oh, and when he came to the meeting with us afterwards, we certainly didn't let him forget it. Okay, so we have the treasure room. We built the treasure room with the portal on its way. Excelente. With the portal being there, we can just start
An entrance has been claimed.
making shit. Making some rooms with the gold in it, so we can collect the gold while we work. Kill two birds with one stone, as they say.
You need to build a lair for your creatures.
You need to build a lair for your creatures. I know, Richard. I'm on it. I'm on it, don't worry. Actually, let's build it up here. Little open space for the lair, or the lair, or the lair. I don't know how to say it. I don't know how to say it. Leave me alone. Mina or Mana? That is a question.
You need to build a lair for your creatures.
I know, Richard. Leave me be. I know you have a husky voice and we love listening to you, but come on. Going as fast as I can. Let's put some imps on the go. That way. He won't stop complaining. Let's have the imp on here. Ooh, we have a fly. Excellent.
You need to build a lair.
Welcome new people to the chat. Hope you're having a good day. If you like what you see, please give us a follow. Because we would love you and appreciate you forever, and we would send virtual hugs until you needed no more hugs anymore. Spiders join your dungeon. They are natural enemies of flies, so keep them apart. But no one cares about flies. Ooh, we got a bell demon as well. Nice. Bell demons demand large lairs and ample hatcheries, but they have a massive appetite. And it can lead to your more jokes.
Build a lair for your creatures.
We actually did that on the podcast. I recorded a podcast on Sunday, which is yesterday, with Laura Hutton from Ubisoft, from Reflections, which is a really great studio in Newcastle that Ubisoft own, and she works there. She's working on the next Tom Clancy game, and we were doing we were talking about, you know, stereotypical jokes and how you shouldn't really do them, and then that led to us doing some of the I said I prefer thin jokes, and then she's like, oh, and then we just started saying loads of a couple of fat jokes on the podcast. It's going to be released sometime this week, but it was funny because I just think, because we were like arguing quite, like, you know, having a really, like, you know, intellectual debate about all kinds of different things in the video game industry, and then we're like, yeah, but that is funny, let's admit it, in regards to some of them type of jokes are funny. Did you start? Okay, I need a... Yeah, this is the level where you get a prison. So I'm gonna could get a bile demon. Can we pick these up? Oh, so we do own these. Excellent. There you go. There you go, guys. Make yourself at home. We have the fly wandering around like a dick. Okay. I think this is a good place to put the library. It's out the way. Probably a bit too big for a library, but screw it. Shame it's not like in Dungeon Keeper 2 where you can just make it like out of all of them. Oh crap. Pay attention, Stephen, your gold reserves. area for a room. Let's make it massive. I don't know what I'm going to build there, but I just want the gold. I just want the gold. Always believe in your soul. You got the power to know you're indestructible. Always believe. I absolutely love that joke about Tony Hadley from Spandau Ballet, who did Gold, I think it was. There was a joke they did on Nevermind the Buzzcocks where it was like, coincidentally, Tony Hadley wrote Gold before he got bankrupt. Apparently he's like hadn't had a hit in ages, and he was on the show as the joke, so like he swore at Mark Lamar at the time. I still maintain Mark Lamar is the best Nevermind the Buzzcocks host. It's just really crap now. No offense to BBC, but they should have got rid of that ages ago. It just isn't fun anymore. And I love Noel Fielding and even Phil Jupiter. I like some of the time. It's got old, and it's just got it just isn't what it was. When Mark Lamar left, it was just I didn't mind Simon Amstel, but thank God, Mark Lamar. I highly implore anyone to watch all the YouTube clips of him on Nevermind the Buzzcocks. It's just, I've watched them several times. I just think that excellent. He's the best host by a mile. Find what? Cool dude. Sorry, found what was I'm relating to the chat. Found what? I was looking at to talk to the imps. You found what, imps? I'm gonna smack you in the face. Just realised the library people prefer stuff quiet, so I don't really want to put the. Do you want to put the hatchery there? Oh, screw it. Let's put the hatchery there. Yeah, let's do that, and then we can put the treasure room up here. Trainer room up here. Sorted.
A new spell has been researched. Food is scarce. Enlarge your hatchery.
Oh, I know about the Horned Reaper thing. I'm on about the guy. The reason I'm calling him Richard, I think the guy who does the voice is called Richard, because they were gonna do the they had him as an extra feature for the War for the Overworld, that if they hit their stretch goal that they would be doing the voices, and I think they reached it. So he was doing the voice. He did the voices for War for the Overworld, which you can find on Steam, which has been in beta test for like a zillion years. Which I'm a little annoyed about, but that's a different story for another day. But yeah, I know about the Horned Reaper. I know how to make a Horned Reaper as well, but we haven't reached that point yet. We need a temple. Once we get a temple, Horned Reaper City. Which is why I think I might play this next week as well. On Old School Monday. Good. Where the hell are you going? I was gonna say, I sent you there, you stupid imp.
A new spell has been researched.
A new spell has been researched. We've got the bridge yet. Oh, we have. I would like a prison, please. Basically, just take control of the prison and then build a bigger one, because let's face it, that's not that big. And we want big stuff. Oh, you can get a guard post, but that's
taken control of a new room.
Thank you. Okay, you claimed a prison. You can so basically, what happens here is you imprison people, and if you imprison them and they die, you get a skeleton, as it says here. Or when you get a torture chamber, you can torture them to join your side, which is pretty fun. So I'm going to do that because you get skeletons, which is fun. Right, I'm only going to build this half the size, and the reason for that is because I don't want too many people training. I don't want my money all to go.
A new room has been researched.
Ah, cool. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they did raps of this game. It was very popular at the time. Look at this. Look at my fly just taking on all the doors. Go fly. It's your birthday. We're gonna party like it's your fly. Aw. If the fly's trying to contribute, that's what's so sad. Trying to do something good. Yeah, what are these again? Oh yeah, I haven't got my archer yet. My archer. What happened to my archer?
A new spell has been researched. There is nothing
That's
left
really
to
annoying. I
research.
think because I continued game rather than loaded game, I don't have my archer. Oh, that's annoying. Oh well. What a shame. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Richard somebody though, cool dude. Like, I'm sure it is. It will be awesome. Just get some more gold, so I'm just making sure I'm on the thing. Ah, screw it. Let's just have a training room that's about the same size anyway. Sweet. Right, so we have the gold being generated here, awesome. We have the flies running around like they do because they're idiots. Let's get this gold as well. I'm just a hoard off of gold. I don't know how much I've got. I need to build a prison. Cool. Some more imps. Help out. Lazy imps. You're lazy imps. You are lazy. You're lazy imps, you're so lazy.
Your creatures are attacking the enemy.
Ooh. Oh, go fly, try and kill the imps. Nah. They're gonna die. I have to keep picking them up. Stupid. Okay, let's see if I can just get rid of them this way. Where's the portal? Yeah, sorry flies, but I just want to get rid of you because you're just gonna keep coming up that you're attacking people, and I don't want you to. Hello, I want you to take care of that wall. Why are you just wandering away like a div? Okay, right, we want prison, a bigger one than the one on the lava. That would be stupid. We're fighting another dungeon keeper, another keeper here though, so we won't get any hero like stuff. Oh, put that off. There you go, fly. Just being a bloody. Never know, you might think you're a skeleton. I'm imprisoning my own fly. How much it irritates me. Prisoning my own fly. That's how much it irritates me. Okay. Now finally we need to have a workshop, baby. Okay, so there's a workshop going to be built there. Excellent day. And then I think what we're going to do is get this. Let's make a little wall. Go to as far up to here as we can. We can get these bonuses. So what's that? Increase level. What's the other one? I think it's make wall safe. No, resurrect creature. Okay. Let's resurrect a fly. That's what we need right now. We need more flies. Ah, nowhere. Nice to see you. It's a shame you're only going to see the next 15 minutes. But you can try and upload all the Bloodborne stuff ASAP, and this will be uploaded ASAP too. We have a new podcast out as well if you want to have a look at that. But yeah, things are good. Things are great. We're playing a classic. I don't know if you've ever played this, but it's a classic game. Classic.
Your creatures are under attack.
Are they? Oh, by there. By an enemy fly. Bye, fly. Oh. I don't really want him. Ah, screw it. No, I really want him there. I'm gonna sell this one so don't use it, because let's face it, we don't need it. We don't need it, it's a small one. It's a small thing. Just in case the imps aren't doing anything. Okay, great. Alright, great. Look at that. They took care of that room like a beast. I don't have to go create trouble and go, "Oi, imps, I've done your job." Oh, cool. Thanks a lot. Tell them I'm very grateful. Have you been watching them on YouTube? Because obviously I haven't been streaming on the weekend. Yeah, well, it's 10 to 6 over here, and I have plans tonight, so that's why. So yeah, that's unfortunately the problem with the difference, but that's why I'm going to upload them to YouTube so they're there forever. So if anyone wants to watch them from America, you can do so. Maybe I want to get some bile demons to be trained. There you go. Cool. Oh, look at that. They took care of that. Excellent. See? Oh, my imps are just impressing me no end. It's a shame I can't do promotions. Yeah, I thought so. Thanks, Nowhere, for watching the uploads. They've been getting better each day. You might, depending on how old your kids is, you might want to watch the language because it is meant to be over 18. So yeah, but I appreciate it nonetheless. Okay, so we're going towards the resurrect creature, even though we haven't lost any other than a fly, I think, who no one cares about. You see, I honestly have no issue with, I honestly don't have any issue with kids hearing bad words early or whatever it may be. I don't think that's detrimental, really. I honestly do think that. I mean, I used to watch, for example, a show that I adore, Red Dwarf. I saw when I was like, what, it came out in 87, I was born in 87. And I would watch the third series of that in like 92, so I would have been, what, 4 or 5 years old? And they used to have some fairly on-the-knuckle jokes. I mean, they never used to swear, but they used to have some very on-the-knuckle jokes. And I never understood any of it, but I used to just watch it and go, why? And I remember saying to my dad, like, why has that guy got a strange head? Because it was Crichton, who was a robot who had a cube for a head. And I'd go, why has he got a strange head? So that was what I was trying to understand. So this idea that kids are going to understand what these things are when I'm confused as to why a person's got a strange head, you know, which is what most 5-year-olds have, you know. It's like, that's the first thing they're gonna go to. They're gonna, first thing kids do, the first thing that kids do is look at what they're saying rather than hearing what they're saying. So, you know, so other than the obvious, like, you know, for example, Shadows of Mordor that has obviously blood and gore and stuff. Should be fine. Yeah, it's like my favourite in the UK, Red Dwarf. I know you Americans tried to remake it with Craig Bierko, and it was just ridiculously rubbish, but it's like bootlegged by Red Dwarf fans, and it's like it's on YouTube, and you can watch the pilot, and it's just so bizarre. Robert Llewellyn, who was Crichton, was in it actually. Okay. Oh look, they're trying. Oh look, we have an enemy. We have an enemy who wants to make friends. We've got our imp taking over their bridge. Excellent. Need to get some warlocks on the go. Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I think. I think if you give words the power, then that's gonna happen. Yeah, if you continually go, oh, that's a bad word, they're gonna then take control of that. So if you just, yeah. But yeah, no, yeah, BBC version is friggin' amazing. I'm hoping they're gonna make a Series 11 because they've redid it recently. So I'm hoping they're gonna redo it. That's a good point. Actually, I might Google that and see if there's any been updates, because they announced that we've had cast members on the podcast. We've had Chris on, we've had Robert on. Chris who's Rimmer, and Crichton Robert who's Crichton, and they both said that they were going to do Series 11 at some point this year or last year, I think it might have been, and that just didn't happen. So. Yeah, I have them on DVD. I have like literally every version you can think of. So, okay, so it looks like we're advancing. Have we got enough to take care of them? Just using my little arrow thing. So we got a level 2, quite a lot of level 5 demon spawns. Got a good Bile Demon was level 3. A couple of decent spiders. Let's just do it.
Your creatures are falling in battle.
Okay, so we got a lot of.
Your creatures are attacking the enemy. Your minions are winning the battle.
A little bit of.
Your creatures are under attack. Your creatures are falling in battle.
Damn right we're winning the battle, because I'm being strategic. One bit at a time. Alright, let's get these back. Right, what we want to do, because we don't want to end up losing too many imps, I'm gonna put a door down.
Your creatures are under attack.
Sorry, imp. Put a door down here as well, so we're not. Oh, I haven't got another door. I haven't got another door, shit! Well.
Your creatures are attacking the enemy. Your creatures are under attack.
Go Bile Demons.
Your minions are winning a battle. Your creatures are falling in battle. Your minions are winning a battle. Your creatures are falling in battle.
Oh well, their beatles didn't last long. But hey, they can always have a reunion.
Are winning a battle. Your creatures are falling in battle. Your creatures are attacking the enemy. Your minions are winning a battle. Your creatures are under attack.
Okay, nearly lost them, so put these back. Come on, Bile Demon, take care of them. Watch him fart them to death.
A trap has been manufactured.
See, what are you doing, imps? What the hell are you doing?
Your creatures are under attack. Your creatures are attacking the enemy. Your creatures are falling in battle.
This is what is annoying, is that the imps just go crazy and just start like wanting to, and I'm like, someone please make a door. Come on, Bile Demons. I'm losing these blinking imps because they're just going mental. I want them to stay.
Your creatures are under attack. Your creatures are falling in battle.
Ah, screw it. You know what? Let's just go crazy. Everybody in! Just literally put everybody in. Who cares who dies? I mean, all. It's crazy! It's insane!
Your minions are winning a battle. Your minions are winning a battle.
Yeah, man. Did that work?
A door has been manufactured. Your creatures are attacking the enemy. Your minions are winning a battle. Your creatures are under attack.
Yeah, I know my creatures are under attack. Come on, spiders, take care of it.
Your minions are winning a battle. Your minions are winning a battle.
Right. Get some imps on the go.
Your creatures are under attack.
I know the whole I'm such a nerd for Red Dwarf nowhere that I know the reason why it failed is because
You have claimed an enemy.
they originally wanted to get the original writers, Rob Grant and Doug Naylor, because this was during the time when the writers were still together, because the writers left after the sixth season. They fell out with each other and they stopped making it. But Doug Naylor continued to write the show. So what happened was that whoever network over in America decided to make the show originally asked the original creators to be part of the process, and but what they originally wanted to do was they were going to just give them the rights, and then they said, right, well, we'll write our version with you as creative consultants. So they got a bunch of writers together, which often happens in American TV shows, is that they'll just get a bunch of writers together, but they'll not like have an idea of what the plot should be. So the first draft that they did was appalling, and it was the one that was first recorded, and it just didn't make any sense. And apparently even the actors were like, oh god, this is just bizarre, because they tried to crowbar in some jokes from the English version that didn't so just like sort of literally like cutting and pasting out the jokes, which doesn't give it any originality. And even the original creators were like, okay, we don't want to like use all of their old jokes because that's just lazy. And also the jokes that they did for the American audience were just terrible and just throwaway storylines. Also, they casted it really poorly, because they got Craig Bierko, who was in Baywatch or something like that, who was actually in line to be Joey in Joey in Friends. And he was like, so he was Joey in Friends, he was like in the last three before Matt LeBlanc got it. So he's like this really good looking guy, and he's trying to chase the Kachansky in the US season. And everyone's like, but why would she not want to be with him? He's like, he's not really a scrub, he's a good looking guy. Whereas everyone knows in the original, no offense to Craig Charles, but he's a slob from Liverpool. Like, but he's got a kind heart, which is the whole premise of the show. He's a kind person, he just needs to keep given a chance. With Craig Bierko as Lister, it just made little sense, because he was a good looking guy who just, you had to like sort of believe he was just going through some hard times, which just made very little sense. So some casting choices made very little sense. So when the pilot failed, they said to Rob Grant and Doug, will you write your own version? So they wrote it, but then the people were not very happy that they wrote it and then kind of showed the actors first, because they put it underneath the door of the actors and said, well, okay, so they put it underneath the actors' doors, like dead early in the next day before they were going to reshoot the pilot, because they got a second chance to do it. And then they took it to the creators and all the other writers, who got offended by the fact that Rob and Doug, who were the original creators, had just essentially redid the whole storyline, pretty much. Kept some of the jokes in that worked, but sort of streamlined the storyline, made it more believable. And they refused to shoot that because they were like, kind of like their ego had been hitting. The studio were like, "Do you think you not know what we're doing?" And they pretty much went, "Yeah." So because of the fact that they had like basically had spoke up and said, "No, we actually think this is a really stupid idea," they got sent home. They did the second pilot. It didn't work out because they basically changed it to the way they thought, and then it never saw the light of day. So that's the reason it happened, is because they wanted Rob and Grant to be creative consultants, but then when they said something they didn't like, they basically told them to go home, which apparently happens a lot in that scenario. So there you go.
A prisoner has died.
But it made very little sense to have Lister, who's a good-looking guy, to fight, and the woman who they cast as Kachansky was not that desirable, like, in that sense. So the correlation of he's chasing someone who is like kind of beneath him because he's a good-looking guy, it's like the complete reverse of what Lister and Kachansky are in the English version. So yeah, they kind of screwed it up. But anyway, at the end of that story about the epicness that is Red Dwarf, I've just completed that level and we're done for today. It is 6 o'clock. I have to go and get some stuff done and go and get ready and whatnot, so and have something to eat. So I'll just make sure I save everything. So I may be playing this next Monday as well. But so I don't need to save it because it'll just go. So excellent. So yeah. So let me go back to Twitch. Let me go back to you thing. Yeah, there's a if you want to know more about that Nowhere, there's a I think that if I'm right in saying there's a documentary on YouTube about that very thing, or there's a clip of Craig Bierko on. Hey, cool! What a great way to end a joke. I get it. Okay. The Americans are pretty backwards, which is an episode in Red Dwarf called Backwards. I like what you do. I like your stuff. But yeah, if you want to know more, there's a clip on YouTube of Craig Bierko on the Kevin Pollak show, and it's a bit about him talking about Red Dwarf. A question gets asked, about Red Dwarf by a listener, and he answers and says why it failed. But there's a documentary on one of the DVDs. If you buy the special edition DVD of like season 5, I think it is, of Red Dwarf, there's an extra feature on that DVD which explains all what happened with the pilot, and Doug and Rob talk about it. I might actually watch that now. Actually, it's really fun. It's really fun. But good joke, cool dude. Thank you so much for everyone for tuning in to Old School Monday. This was Dungeon Keeper. Thank you so much. My name's Stephen Hesse from the Geek Apocalypse. If you like us, please follow us on Twitch or subscribe to us on YouTube, where we will be uploading everything that we've done in 35-minute to 40-minute videos, maybe longer if they're all day ones. So you can find all the uploads that you've missed. So don't worry if you can't tune into the regular streams. They'll all be uploaded on YouTube every day, every so often as my internet will allow. We also have a donate button. We have a donate button underneath, so if you'd like to contribute to the stream and keep it running to help with costs, you can do so underneath. Every little helps, as they say, so thank you if you choose to do that. We're also looking into getting some subscriptions to get some emotes for the channel, so that'll obviously be a bit cool. And I'll announce now that we're going to get an online shop soon. Hopefully, we have an agreement with a company in the UK to start doing these. So if you want any hoodies of Geek Apocalypse, you can do so at some point, but I will let you know. But that's going to be put on our site and on the company that we're going to be doing them with. So I'm super excited for that, because whenever we go to conventions, that's often brought up about our t-shirts and how much people like them. So yeah, you can help out Geek Apocalypse by doing all that. But yeah, thank you so much to everyone that's tuning in. Thank you, Cool Dude, for being moderator for the chat. Thank you, No Way. Yeah, axe to the face. That's got to be one. That's going to definitely be one. It'd be one of the emotes. be my face and just an axe and blood. That'll be really fun. But yeah, thank you so much, guys. The next stream is tomorrow. I think it'll be 3 to 6 because I think I'm doing a podcast at 8 with some guys who are going to kickstarting a board game accessories. Sounds really cool, and they emailed me about doing a podcast, so that's going to be. I think I'm recording at 8 o'clock, so I will be doing either I'll be doing the stream till 7 or 3 till 6 like today. I haven't decided quite what I'm going to be doing yet. It's next then Tuesday. I think it's either going to be Destiny or The Crew. They're the two I have at home that I could potentially play. So it'll be next then Tuesday. So it'll be something on PS4. So tune in for me then. I will announce it. Not US time, unfortunately. The US time will be. Oh God. It depends where you are. I think if it's Central Time, 6 hours difference. So if it's like 3 o'clock that I start, it'll be like what 9 in the morning. So so 7 will be 1 Central Time. But if you're like if you're the West Coast, it'll be even longer. It'll be at 8 hours. But I can't do anything about it. It's just obviously the time difference. Yeah, cool. Oh, awesome. Well, we just interviewed Nowhere, which you'd be interested in. The podcast is going to be released this week. Is with Laura Hutton from Reflection Studios, which is a huge Ubisoft studio in Newcastle. One of their biggest headquarters is here in this city. And I got to speak to a friend of mine called Laura Hutton, who helped Cool Doodle Noir. She helped with Geek Fest, and we interviewed her, and she did some of the maps in The Crew, and yeah, potentially Nowhere, potentially Cool Dude. Yeah, you can borrow Bloodborne. I don't think I'll be playing Bloodborne for a while. At least not for a month or so. So yeah, as long as I get it back in like say a month or a couple of weeks or something, yeah, I'll happily. I was going to ask you that if I could borrow some games actually, because obviously I can stream them rather than buying them, which obviously helps. So yeah, cool. Yeah, we can. I'll talk to you about that at some point, Cool Dude. But yeah, Nowhere. Check out the podcast with Laura. She talks about The Crew and about working for Ubisoft. It's really fun. It's going to be released sometime later in the week. But yeah. Anyway, that's enough from me. Been chatting forever. Please tell everybody Nowhere. Please. Retweet everything, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks a lot. Take care.